My name's Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Tonight, or today, whenever you're watching this, I'm filming this at nighttime. I'm going to, once again on my computer, so if you see me looking that way, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be looking at some new makeup that's either coming out or recently came out, and basically tell you if it's caught my eye or not, and tell you about what my current thoughts are. Last time I posed the questions, is it for me and do I need it? And those are the questions I usually ask myself, so I'm going to stick with that kind of format. Okay, I switched my camera around because I can't hold up my other arm like this. Once again, dominantly right-handed. I knew I had missed something, or a couple things. So obviously it's a different day than when I filmed most of this video, but I just finished editing and I was actually about to set up the video to post it when I realized there were two things that I still wanted to talk about, so I'm going to add those in now. So if you see me showing up like this again, that's what happened. The now first item that I wanted to talk about, because this is in alphabetical order, are the new highlighting shadow blush duos from the Balm in the shades Beach Goer, Game Day, and Night Owl. So Night Owl definitely isn't for me. The other two look nice. I'm the kind of person, well, you saw all the blushes I have in my video the other day, but I really think that you only need a few blushes, like say one peach, one warm pink, maybe one cool pink, a lilac, a burgundy, and a nude, and that's kind of it. I mean, unless you really want to get into like different finishes, and alright, I guess I could see why people would want like a lot of blushes, but for me, I mean, I really don't think I need that many. I love my Cabana Boy blush from the Balm, and that's like maybe like a rosy mauve cool toned pink kind of blush. The Game Day one does look nice, but the one that I'm more interested in is the Beach Goer one. So it's like a warmer pink and then like a lilac. Is it for me? Yeah, I think it could be. Do I need it? Not really. I have blushes in similar colors, but I do like the Balm's formula. And look, I'm actually interested in something that's not an eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna try not to buy that because I really don't need it, but I do like it. The first item I want to talk about is the Rustic Glam palette from Dominique Cosmetics. So at first glance, I was interested in this palette, but when I really look at it, where are my eyes going? That's another good question. Where are my eyes going? My eyes are going to the blues, but then I get a little disappointed when I see that they're matte blues. I like shimmery blues better. There is a shimmery blue, or so it seems, but it's a very dark blue and there's only one. Then there's a shimmery purple, which I really like. I kind of like the greens, like there's a matte darker green and a shimmery olive green. But other than that, I appreciate the pops of color. I do. And it really does seem like a true half neutral, half colorful palette, or maybe even 2/3 colorful. But they're not in the finishes that I want. Is it for me? Not really. And do I need it? Definitely not. If anything, I'm more interested in the Berries and Cream palette from Dominique Cosmetics or the Lemonade palette. Those are more interesting to me. And those are kind of in the back of my mind, but I kind of don't need them, even though I've never tried Dominique Cosmetics before. I touched them in store and I thought they felt really good. So I'd be interested in trying this brand one day, but not with the Rustic Glam palette. They're also kind of a lot of money, especially for something that I don't need and I'm not sure that I'm gonna like. Next up we have the Glamlite Pizza Slice palettes in Meat Lovers and Veggie Lovers. That Meat Lovers palette is so tempting because my eyes are going straight to the light shimmery purple and the bright matte purple. But other than that, that palette is not for me. And do I need it? Definitely not. The Veggie Lovers palette is at least half green. I like the greens. I like the golds. Is it for me? Maybe. But do I need it? Definitely not. I'm disappointed because I see Glamlite has been coming out with a lot of really cute things. The giant pizza one, the hamburger, the taco, right? That was all them? I think so. But so far the color schemes haven't been for me. And I think they're kind of a lot of money too, especially for something that I don't need. Same thing, especially for something that I don't need and that I'm not sure that I'm gonna like. If they came out with something that was very much my color scheme though, I would consider it. But right now, the big pizza one, there are only 3 shimmers, and I'm big on shimmers, so that was out. Okay, so I had to move because my parents are watching TV. But what was I saying? Oh, the hamburger palette was really cute, but not something I need. And the taco palette, I think that was the one that had like a couple greens and blues, but I feel like their palettes have a lot of mattes and a lot of reds, and that's just not for me. Nor is it something I need. Next is from Jeffree Star. He is releasing the Jawbreaker palette and the Minibreaker palette. Alright, so let's start with the big one. I'm looking at the palette on my laptop screen as we speak. By the way, the pictures I have are either from, say, Jeffree's videos or the brand's websites, stuff like that, because I don't want to get copyrighted. At first glance, the Jawbreaker palette definitely caught my eye. But if I really look at it, there's a good deal of like reds and pinks, which you know isn't really for me. I definitely like that shimmery purple. The blues and greens are all matte, so that's not for me. It's a lot of money. I haven't tried it before. If I was going to try a Jeffree Star palette, I would probably go for the Blue Blood palette or the Alien palette. This one is not for me, and I don't need it. As for the Minibreaker palette, that would be better because it's less expensive. However, if I really look at it, my eyes are drawn to the purples and the duochrome, that brighter purpley pink. That's not even half the palette. It's not for me, and I don't need it. Jeez, I keep getting evicted here. First I got moved out of the living room because my parents are watching TV. Now I got moved out of the bedroom because my dad wants to take a nap. I keep telling them, when I get famous off of this and start making money, they won't be kicking me out of any rooms anymore. Anyway, next on my list is from Melt, the Impulsive Pressed Pigment palette. So the swatches look really pretty, definitely drawn to the blues, purples, greens. I've never tried anything from Melt before. It's kind of expensive, but here's my problem. I know I keep saying that I like shimmers, but this palette has a lot of shimmers, which is great for me, but the mattes they're including I feel like don't go with some of the shimmers. Like it looks like there's only really bright warm tones, like say the yellow, the orange, red, brown, and then some olive greens. But what am I gonna pair those, that, actually, you know what, now I just realized there's only like one blue and one purple. Well anyway, what would I pair those with? See, I'm trying to be more selective. I'm telling you, I should have started this channel earlier where you guys could have seen the impulsive mess that I was. I've really learned to be more selective. If you still think I buy a lot of makeup and have a lot of makeup, I mean, yeah, I have a lot, but I really don't buy as much anymore. And when I do buy it, I'm much more selective about it. And there's a lot of brown in here. So is it for me? No. Do I need it? No. The next products I want to talk about are the new Milani eyeshadow palettes coming out in Gilded Rouge and Gilded Noir. I think that's really how you're supposed to pronounce it. I know everyone says Noir, but I think it's supposed to be Noir. It's French for night, right? There's a few shades in each of these palettes that I like. I mean, you know, the brighter berry tones, like the green, the blue, a plum, a purple, but that's not enough to buy these. Are they for me? Not really. Do I need them? Definitely not. Next on the list is the Morphe 35H Hotspot Artistry palette, available at Ulta exclusively, I think. So here's another one at first glance, really pretty and catches my eye. Now is when I know you guys are gonna complain, because there's a lot of blues. And there's a lot of shimmery blues. And there's even blue mattes to go with it. But the other half of the palette, except for like a couple pinks and peaches, I don't need that. And it's also kinda not for me. Maybe if it were a smaller palette and it included all the blues, the greens, maybe like 2 neutrals, let's be real, and like a couple pinks and peaches, like take out a lot of that right half. And I'm sure there's people out there who would rather take out some of that left half. But yeah, it's very pretty, and it does have a lot of shades in it that I do like. However, I know I don't need that. Could I see myself caving and buying that at some point? Yeah, I could. But I'm going to try not to buy that one. Next item on my list I stumbled upon by surprise. The Nomad Cosmetics Tokyo Harajuku palette. Hope I said that right. Oh boy, there's a pattern for this video. At first glance, very pretty. I do like some of the colors in there. Those glittery purples, the glittery green. I mean, even the shimmery yellow. I mean, I do like the pastel mattes. I wish it had more shimmers, but I really don't need that. If I really think about it, I really don't need that. I have yet to try a palette from Nomad Cosmetics. I have one, like, deluxe sample eyeshadow from Ipsy Generation Beauty. I like the formula. The color is not totally me. It's like a red purple, as opposed to the blue purple, which I prefer blue purples if you haven't heard that already. So that's how I stumbled across this palette. I was actually looking at some singles from Nomad Cosmetics, but the sale I was looking at ended, so I decided against it. But anyway, if I were to get a palette from them, there's a different one that I thought I might get. I keep talking myself out of it. What's it called? Oh no, I don't want to try to pronounce that. Antilles. Antilles? I don't know. But it's that intense eyeshadow palette. So it has some blues, some pinks, a peach, a yellow, and some purples. That one looks more me, but I really don't need it. So if I were to get a palette from Nomad Cosmetics, it would be either the Tokyo Harajuku one or that other one. But right now, I really don't need either one. So the last brand that I'm going to talk about tonight is Wet n Wild, because of their Crystal Cavern collection. So the parts of the collection that have caught my eye are the Mega Glow eyeshadow trios. There are 4 of them in Rose Quartz, Jade, Amethyst, and Clear Quartz. There are also 4 perfume rollers in the same names. And then there are the Mega Glow Brightening Rocks, also called Infinity Stones, I think. So I have seen some reviews on these, and originally, I mean, I think you can see that the Rose Quartz and Clear Quartz eyeshadow trios are not for me. But I like the Jade and the Amethyst. I was actually more interested in the Jade ones, but so far, all the reviews I've seen, people are having trouble with the eyeshadows. So I'm gonna pass on those. Are they for me? Yeah, maybe. But do I need them? No. Now for the perfume rollers, I think that these are really cute, actually. I'm more of a spray perfume person, but I think it's cool that Wet n Wild is coming out with something like this. Originally, I thought maybe I would try all 4 of them, but after seeing some reviews, people are saying that the Amethyst one kind of smells like maybe has like a alcohol musk kind of scent to it, and that's not my kind of perfume. And that the Jade one kind of has a similar scent going on, but more green, and that's also not my kind of scent. However, people are saying that the other two, the clear quartz and the rose quartz, are more light, sparkly, and sweet, and that's definitely my kind of perfume. So maybe I would consider picking those two up. Are they for me? Maybe. Do I need them? No, not really, but they would be cool to try. If there's anything I've mentioned in this video that I'm going to get, I think it might be the brightening rocks. I've never bought anything like this before. I know people usually complain about them, that they don't pick up a lot of product, that they don't really do anything, but I think these look interesting. It says it's supposed to be like a brightening, color correcting kind of thing, but based on the reviews I've seen, they really end up acting more like a highlighter. And I think, first of all, it looks really cute, but second of all, there's 4 different colored stones in there. So you could get a lot of different highlighter tones if you wanted to. Is it for me? Maybe. Do I need it? Look, I don't need anything, but this isn't something that I already have. I definitely don't own anything like this. And to have that many colors in it for only $7, I think I'm going to give that one a try. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye! See you next time.